Hi, good morning and welcome to our meditation. Today is the 13th of January and it is quite cold here in the southwest of France with temperatures that were actually below zero last night, even here near the ocean. I would like to read then in Proverbs 16 verse 28, a perverse person stirs up conflict and a gossip separates close friends. We have been meditating on the problem of gossip, of speaking against other people. There is another text of Solomon in Proverbs 17 verse 9 that says, whoever would foster love covers over an offense. Peter is going to say a similar thing in his epistle in the New Testament. And the text says, but whoever repeats the matter separates close friends. So people will say some terrible thing about someone, and you are going to repeat that. You are going to tell that to other people. Or sometimes people will offend you, and you are going to offend them as well. But instead of doing so, he says we should use love. We should foster love in our hearts. Foster love in your house. Love should inhabit your heart, your house. We will find the word love, to love, in the New Testament as the word agape, that is used for the love of God. People who wrote the New Testament, they used the word agape to talk about the love of God. That's the love that we should have for one another. Instead of using our tongue to kill, we are going to foster love in our hearts, and that's going to change everything. Paul wrote to a church that was really complicated. It was apparently very spiritual church, but it was also a church where there was lots of divisions. 2 Corinthians chapter 12, verse 20 says, for I am afraid that when I come, I may not find you as I want you to be, and you may not find me as you want me to be. I fear that there may be discord, jealousy, fits of rage, selfish ambition, slander, gossip, arrogance, and disorder in the church. I was meditating on this text this morning, and I was reading a text that was written by an American theologian, I think, and he was saying in his commentary, saying that what was Paul's fear? Abortions, drunkenness, music that profane music that the church shouldn't be listening to, fornication, heresy. No. Listen to this text. Paul is talking about things that are linked to behavior, and especially to when people not behaving properly with the tongues. It's to do with what people were saying. Isn't that amazing? And that's what was causing the destruction of the church, more than the fact that people listen to non-Christian music, for example. It's because there was a slander and gossip in the church, so there was disorder. Some people say that the church of Corinth is a very spiritual church. It's the church that speaks in tongue. It's the church that heals the sick. It's the church that prophesies. It's a church that speaks too much, actually, against other people. And that is destroying the church. That's what Paul is using a very strong word to say that there was disorder in the church. When there is disorder in the church, it's not good at all. What sort of testimony have we got? How can you preach the gospel if there is disorder in the house? And you see that was a problem in the church from the very beginning. Because Paul, when he writes his first letter, in the first chapter, verse 10, he says, I appeal to you, brothers and sisters, in the name of our Lord Jesus Christ, that all of you agree with one another in what you say, and that there's no division among you, but that you be perfect, united in mind and in thought. Paul is exhorting them to say the same thing. What sort of word should they use? What should they say? They should speak the words of Jesus. They should speak like Jesus. God bless you.